Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plant Commission for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Mr. Secretary, before we get started, I just want to take time to introduce to our audience here and at home our newest member, Commissioner Steve Carl, sitting on Commissioner Sprague's left. Welcome.
Thank you.
And now you can do the roll call and include him.
All right, I will do that. Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Smart.
Here.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Carl.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
No changes.
And do we have any citizens' concerns and comments?
No. Not on the general form.
Okay. So we have one consent item tonight for docket PSP MIN 25-0018, request for minor appearance approval to replace an existing monument sign for Jiffy Lube at 10 East Dundee Road. This again is strictly a consent item. Do you have anything on this, Marcy?
No, we just have, it's on consent, but we do have two conditions for it, if you'd like me to read those. Number one, landscaping shall be installed in accordance with the landscape plan prepared by Chalet Nursery dated 10/14/1987, no later than October 1st, 2025. And number two, the address number shall be installed on the sign.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Meyer, Smart. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right, and next up, we have some items for review. Docket PSP MIN 25-0019, request for minor appearance approval to permit a new monument sign for Franciscan communities doing business as Addolorata Villa at 555 McHenry Road. Ms. Nyes.
Yes, so ground signs are normally on the consent agenda, but staff pulled this one onto the regular agenda just because of the material that was being proposed. So just first, ground signs in general require Plan Commission approval. You're allowed typically one sign per street frontage, but you can have two signs per street frontage if it's more than 300 feet, I think. So they're allowed more than one ground sign. This one is, the second ground sign is not along the road frontage, but it's internal to the site. This is the sign at the front of the property along McHenry Road on the north side. So it has the red brick on the side, the pillars. This is the existing directional sign that's going to be replaced with more of a monument sign with the big sign that they've proposed. Here's the existing buildings that have the red brick. Here's just a map, just orient everyone. So this 0 is the existing sign, the 1 is the proposed monument sign. And so staff just felt that this proposed, it's a faux stone, which we're fine with faux material, whether it's faux brick or faux stone. But we thought that we should bring it up to the Plan Commission. We had brought it up to the petitioner, and they did not want to change it. So we just wanted to bring it up to the Plan Commission that they're proposing this faux stone that does not match, oops, it went the wrong way, what's on the buildings or on the entrance sign. So that's just something that we brought up as a staff recommended action for Plan Commission to discuss. And the only recommended condition was that landscaping shall be installed in strict accordance with the landscape plan prepared by Siebert Landscape dated July 8th, 2025, no later than October 1st, 2025.
All right. Is somebody from the petitioner here? Yes. Great. Please state your name and business address for the record.
Dawn Cohn, C-O-H-N, and it's 555 McHenry in Wheeling.
Okay.
Steve Cozy, same address.
Okay. Well, I guess the main question here is why not match the existing?
Well, I think, first of all, the drawing or the ink, I think makes it look more brown than it is. We do have a sample that we can show
Okay.
you.
So this is the existing brick that we have been using at our other Franciscan communities. Addolorata Villa is the 6th in the series of all of our 8 communities. I also brought a sample photo of what the actual sign will look like once it's completed. So we've chosen a natural color stone to complement all of the buildings within our portfolio of senior living communities. This is branded for each community in the same style brick and font treatment.
Okay. Well, let's see if we have any questions from the group. We'll start with Commissioner Riles. Anything?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I understand, thank you for explaining your reasoning behind it, but you're saying the branding matches all of your locations, correct?
Correct.
I think the question here is, with all due respect, why not match the buildings here in Wheeling?
With that, because of all the 8 different communities, each one has their own unique style. So part of this goes back to 2014. So when we were doing this design of the buildings, we went to our Franciscan Sisters of Chicago, and we showed them cobblestone, we matched like the building color. They chose this style of brick because it felt like they were in Assisi, where St. Francis is from. So that's where they decided that they wanted to use a common brick for all the communities, even though some of our communities have a dark brown brick. Addolorata has a red brick. Victory Lakes in Wheeling is more of a Lindenhurst has a Franklin Roy Wright style. We're using this to tie our heritage to the building and what our senior livings.
But we're looking for consistency. I understand, the reasoning behind it, and it makes sense for what you guys are doing. But in my opinion here, we're looking for consistency. And this doesn't appear to be consistent with what your building material is laid out as. Or do I stand corrected?
Well, it's not near the buildings. It's 200 feet off the road, but then it's another.
Sure, I understand
feet
that,
to the-
but it doesn't look like it's consistent.
It's not a red brick, but
Right.
it's not as inconsistent as it originally appears.
And part of Addolorata, the brick on the building this brick also has a little bit of a red tone to it. And then on their brick, there is a slate border that does pick up this brick. Around the edging of, right in front of, see the top left photo, in between the red brick, there is the slate or the, slate.
The border,
Border,
the trim.
the trim. Also
And
above the window sills.
Yeah, and the cream siding also. All the buildings have cream-colored siding as well, over about 50 to 60% of the building.
No, I can clearly see, thank you for pointing it out. But just from, let's say a layman's perspective, the naked eye, you can see that it's not consistent. You can obviously see that it's not consistent.
Yeah, I think we're in a situation where we're trying to tie the old to the new. We're in the middle of a huge remodeling at the villa. We're in our second building. So we're really trying to get past what was built in the 80s and 90s and bring it to the future.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're sticking more with the consistency of the other facilities that you have, the other 8. And, you know, with those respective towns, it may be okay. But I believe we're trying to make it, again, consistent with the building, the brick. And I think that's obviously the reason why you're here. So that's all I have.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I share a lot of Commissioner Riles' concerns. You say you want to get away from the 80s. Is there a way to make the new site, to incorporate red brick, to make everything match, make everything seem seamless, but still come into this time?
Not to stay with our brand.
Okay.
All of the other communities have.
All of the
this
other
brick.
communities have that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have this.
And actually Franciscan Village, and I know you mentioned other, is the same red brick. It was built the same year as Addolorata, and they have this sign against a red brick building and have gotten very good comments about it.
Okay. All right, I don't want to repeat everything that Jerry just said, so thank you, thank you.
All right. Commissioner Heiken.
Yes, thank you. Not to beat a dead horse either, have you considered changing the sign on McHenry Road as well?
We have, financially, that's a big investment that we're not ready to take right now.
I think that's part of the stumbling block, because the brick there is the same as what's on the buildings, and the sign you want to put up is in contrast to both. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse either. That's all that I have to say. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, the same subject. My main concern is that the front sign, it's, the new sign that you want to put up is in view when you pull in, you can see that sign. So you're going to have 2 completely different signs as you drive in to your complex there.
Different stone, but the font and the artwork is
Right, but
consistent.
you're going to have the red brick out front, and then you're going to have this stone a block and a half down the road. That's the continuity that we're looking for, is that would be the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's 200 feet away.
I could compromise with the, not actually matching the buildings, but at least have the 2 signs the same.
Do you want to get the other sample of brick?
The red or the, yeah.
We have another sample of brick, if you can give him 2 minutes to go to his car. It's our alternate. The sisters really wanted this one. And I don't know, if you're Catholic, you do what the sisters say.
Well, I hope you can see our
I do.
side of it also. You know.
I think it's also, though, when you do your house, you might not be able to do all your projects at once. And sometimes it doesn't have continuity till the end.
Well, is there some way you could guarantee that that's going to get done eventually in the future?
I don't have a
Or how
timeline.
far?
That's an $80,000 sign. So, well, let's see the other brick and see if that meets.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, let's see, Commissioner Carl has anything on this?
Thank you. I do have a question. So that's a veneer stone, right?
Yes.
And what would the color of the mortar be that you'd be putting between those bricks?
It's brick all the way around.
It's brick all the way around?
Stone, yes.
There's no mortar in between the joints of those?
No.
Okay, okay.
You can see a photo of an actual. There is at the top, there's a border piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll most likely be like a cap and,
Like glued on or something?
yeah, we always have a cap on the top, probably some sort of metal or.
Okay.
The font is consistent, the verbiage.
Okay. All I got.
Commissioner Meyer, anything?
Yeah, I can appreciate your analogy about you start at one place in the house and, you know, then everything else doesn't look so good, right? It takes a little bit of time. What I would just suggest is, you've heard the comments from my, fellow commissioners. If there's a way that you can consider even some modification to the existing sign on McHenry Road to better tie in with your proposed plan, that might be more appealing. That would be helpful.
I don't know if this is any,
Okay,
Persuades any of
now
your-
these look like individual stones that would require mortar and,
Oh, this is going to be out of that faux
okay?
brick. Well, they'll actually carve it into but it'll be one piece. It won't be exactly like this, but it will be these colors, because they said they could match, match the colors and style.
So that's not the actual faux piece.
No,
I think it's less about the colors and more about some consistency from a design standpoint.
Okay, anything else?
That's all.
Commissioner Sprague?
what
back
if,
to you.
can I make one proposal? If we did, and I'm just throwing this out there, I have to talk to the sign guy. If we did the lower half in red brick and the upper half in the slate brick. So it had like a ledge, and it would tie in the front entrance with the style that we are looking for our branded communities.
Could you also then apply the faux slate on the front sign?
That I don't think so, because that is a masoned sign. So it's a structure. That's part of the issue, is taking that structure down is about at the same cost to raise it. So now I don't know if they can put something maybe around to tie that.
skirt?
A skirt.
Yeah, I would accept that if you put added
Some red brick?
to that, yeah.
That way, the main sign would have the red brick. You would pull in, see a little bit of the red brick with the Franciscan stone. Now, I'm not quite sure if it would flop first, top or bottom, but we can draw something up.
Yeah, what would be the percentage?
That I'll have to see once we're dealing with the mason guy to say, okay, can we go, 50-50, 40-60? It's gonna have to look visually appealing.
It's an interesting
Concept.
concept twist, but I would personally have to see it, because I don't think you want to get into tiptoeing around this thing to get your preference, but also to try to meet the needs of or expectations of the village. I don't think it would really be beneficial in the long run, based on what you're shooting for and what we're looking for. So I would have to see it to visually get the concept. But as for now, for me, I think, you know, you have to stay consistent with what we have here. And out of all due respect, I understand the other towns again and, you know, what the sisters are looking for. But, you know, we're looking for something too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess my bigger concern was the big blank wall on the backside when you're coming out. Because you just have. Yeah, there's nothing there other than landscaping. Come on back up. I'm not really that concerned about the face of the sign, because you're gonna have landscaping covering a lot of that bottom portion. So you've just got up the one side and across the top. And I'm going to assume that at some point you're gonna replace that street sign. Don't know when, but when it happens, you're gonna be going with your branding.
The backside of the sign is the brick.
Yeah, and it's just very,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Can you bring up the landscape picture? Because the back of the sign has tall grass.
Oh.
So it's gonna be covered by landscaping.
You know what,
That's
I don't
good.
have it, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can show you.
Yeah, they have it. The commissioners should have it in their
Yeah.
The
packet.
back
Yeah.
of the sign has a reed grass that comes out.
Well, that's good, because that, yeah. And the front is gonna have some landscaping,
Across the bottom,
yep.
most probably about 2/3 of the way up to the actual sign.
And my personal feeling is you're far enough away from the other sign that I don't have a problem with it. But I'm just one person. So where do we stand? Do we make a motion and then see what happens?
Yeah, and if you're not okay with this sign as is, then, or we could take a straw poll and give them the opportunity. If we take a straw poll to see where everyone's at, then they would have the opportunity to adjust the plan and come back.
Okay. Commissioner Riles, I think you already said you'd like to see a fresh plan.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Fresh plan?
Commissioner Heiken,
Fresh plan.
Greg,
Same, fresh plan.
okay, Commissioner Carl,
I'd be okay with this as is.
Meyer.
Fresh plan.
Okay,
Yeah, so if they vote on it now, obviously it's not going to go through, and then I think, I'm not sure, you wouldn't be able to come back and apply for this sign, you would be forced to change it, and I'm not sure what the waiting period is then, when you would be able to reapply. But if we choose to table it, then you can change the design and reapply.
Okay.
So that's probably a better option.
Sounds good.
So then we would change our motion to, well, how long would you want? Well, our next meeting is until September 10th, because we have a joint meeting in between. So we could continue it to the September 10th meeting.
I think so.
Yeah.
okay.
So, okay, sorry, I just have to take this out. So. So just the motion to continue to the September 10th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Heiken?
you.
That was Heiken? Second. Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Smart?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right, next up, docket PSP MIN 25-0015. Request for minor site plan and appearance approval related to changes to the exterior of the building, ground sign improvements, and updates to ordering equipment and pavement markings for Duncan at 215 East Dundee Road. Ms. Nyes.
Okay, so they have a couple different things going on here. They're looking to update the exterior of the building with their new branding, which is the same colors, just, here's some existing pictures, and I have the proposed renderings of each side, if anybody wants to go back to any of these. So it's the elevations we're looking at. We're also looking at this ground sign. Ground signs, like I said, require plan commission approval. It does not have a separate docket item. It's tied into this whole site plan and appearance review. So this is up in the northwest corner of the site. The foundation, the base of the sign is staying the same, this brick base, and they're just replacing the cabinet of it. So it currently looks like this, and it'll be replaced with that vertical cabinet. And then they're also doing, so I think one of the main things is when they first got approval, it has a unique entrance where people have to quickly, it looks like people quickly get into the drive-through lane, and so it was designed so that people had to go around the building and then go in the lane. But people like to just go right into the drive-through lane here on the left. So they were told by the village to put these cones out and keep them out all the time. And I know Duncan's had problems with that because people run over them and it just becomes a problem. So this was one of the things when they wanted to do the exterior chain upgrades, we asked them to look into a way to, try and fix the situation if they wanted to remove the cones. And so in their site plan here, they're adding, a heavy striped line on the border here. They're adding new equipment. They have new directional signs, and they have all these pavement markings to help direct people that they have to go around and get in this way. And, I don't think there's been a lot of trouble backing up on Wheeling Avenue, but it's just the bigger problem is people running over the cones at this point. I think those are the majority of the changes. I see we have a petitioner here, and so we're looking at the site plan and the sign all in one action. And then there were 6 proposed conditions. I can read them now or later.
Yeah, safe.
We'll save them. All right. So if you want to come up and let me know if you want me to flip to anything. It's whatever you've submitted should be in my presentation.
Sure. My name is Asif Nathani. I'm the owner of Dunkin' Donuts.
Could you spell your name for me?
Sure. It's ASIF. Last name is Nathani, Nathani.
Thank you.
Evening, I'm Mario Valentini, MRV Architects.
You? All right, so tell us about your project, anything that Marcy may have missed.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to bring this project up in front of this board. As you know, Dunkin' as a brand continues to evolve on a scheduled basis. Franchisees are required on a regular interval to upgrade their not only exterior but also the interior. So this is a situation where it's just considered an exterior improvement, and staff has presented what we're literally doing pretty well here, where it's we've got material upgrades to the exterior of the building. We've got signage. We've got drive-through configuration items to help traffic flow, or at least not hinder traffic flow. This is all part of again, Dunkin' as a brand, they're rolling things out nationally, right? And so building like this isn't unique at all. It's part of their prototypical look as they're rolling out, whether they're doing brand-new buildings or whether they're doing remodels like this on a nationwide basis. In fact, the petitioner's inventory of stores is going through quite a few of them right now, right? In and around the Chicago area, and quite frankly, up in this area too. So many of the locations that you're seeing that are being built are all looking similar to this. It's not obviously economically feasible to scrape and rebuild every time this has to happen. So you do these material and image upgrades to get to the current prototype for the brand. With that, and yes, there was a name change since this building was first built. They're no longer Dunkin' Donuts. They're just Dunkin', and they want to capture that in the signage. So I think we feel what we're asking for is within character of what the current building is. Obviously, it's going to give a chance to give a bit of a fresh upgrade to the building. I think it lightens the colors a little bit. But again, mostly it's just a matter of upgrading the image, and we ask for your any questions that you may have and any concerns that you may have. But I think that's about it. Anything else? No?
Okay. Let's start the same end. Commissioner Riles?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being here, and thank you for your explanation and the overall branding. So, based on what Marcy shared with us, the cones or whatever coming in, you're going to address that later, or?
So that's going to be part of the construction when we do
Right.
it outside. So what we're proposing, what we're doing internally is we're gonna put those small, those like speed bumps.
The speed bumps.
Speed, it's like a speed bump, like a little hump.
Right.
Kind of divide up the lanes between the drive-through lane and then the bypass lane. So we are gonna put those on the ground to kind of help deter people from going right into the lane. Along with, if the cones just don't work.
Right.
We've tried it. Unfortunately, we can't put anything permanent on the ground because of, snow plowing and for other reasons. Sometimes we have a wider truck that comes through. So I think those, the small little speed bumps will probably help curb that out.
So is that gonna, and help me understand this, so there's an entrance coming into the drive-through, correct?
Yes.
And that's on the north end of it, but next to it, is that an exit?
That's
an exit lane?
That's also an exit, yeah.
That's an exit
Yeah,
lane?
that's a two-way entrance.
Okay.
Entrance, exit, yeah.
Do you have issues with that at all?
We don't, majority of our traffic does leave from Dundee, but if somebody wants to make a left, then they get out of Wheeling Avenue and then make a left on Dundee.
But I mean when you're inside, because next door to you is the
Is Popeyes, right.
Right, and so, well, I've gotten confused, that's not hard to do, but
Yeah.
if I'm leaving one parking lot to exit out, that's available to exit?
I think there's an easement between the Popeyes and Dunkin'. Yeah, there's an alleyway. So cross access, yeah.
Yeah, you can go straight across right here.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That was my only real issue. I think what you guys are proposing and what you're looking, it looks appealing to me, the branding, the change of the name, the colors. It looks appealing to me.
Sure. Thank you.
That's all. Thank you.
Commissioner Smart?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the presentation. I think this looks great. I think it looks fresh. It looks modern. It's got the brand. And as Commissioner Riles said, thank you for taking the opportunity for dealing with the cones.
Yeah.
And dealing with that while you're at it. So I have no other questions. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Heiken.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is the reserved parking. What's the purpose of that? You're taking away 2 parking spots. I'm not a drive-up guy. I like to go in the store. Parking is, if you're lucky, you can park there, and getting out is a challenge.
So that's actually a brand standard that the brand is proposing.
So that's not just your decision.
It's more for, the on-the-go, people want to come inside, grab their food and leave, or if you turn it into a curbside. So they want to hold those spots for those 2 reasons. So we are promoting a lot of our, on-the-go app ordering system. So if people want to just come in, grab their stuff and leave, that's a quick in and out access point.
And so there'll be signs there for those
Yes.
specific people
Yes.
only? Okay.
It increases the speed of service by allowing longer lead time orders to leave the menu, to leave the window and go to there for them to run orders out, right? So it's a unique item that is multi-purpose for both.
So is this facility more drive-up than park and walk in?
Yeah, I think majority of our locations are about 65% drive-through.
I still like to park and go in.
Yeah, we welcome everyone in.
And it's a challenge, so. Everything else, I appreciate the upgrade. Looks very good. Thank you.
Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Everything looks really good. My only question is back to the parking lot. Is the drawing on here accurate? Because I want to question the arrows on the south side there by Wheeling Road, where the entrance is for Wheeling Avenue. The arrows that
Yeah,
are,
that's supposed to be faced east.
those are supposed to be
Yeah,
facing
that way.
east
East.
so that they go around
Yeah,
the
go
building.
around, yeah.
Because that seems to be the main problem is anyone that comes off of Wheeling Avenue wants to go straight into the drive-through versus driving around the building.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good catch. I think that's definitely going to be an east.
Okay.
facing arrow.
All right.
Make sure the painter gets that.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Carl.
No questions.
Commissioner Meyer.
Nothing further, thank you.
All right. So Marcy, it's like Jiffy Lube, we're going back to their original landscape plan to get it refreshed?
Yeah, there's no need to make them start over and get a new landscape plan when they have this perfectly good one. If they need to, swap out alternate plants, we can work with them on that.
Okay. And what is our rule about the address? We don't always require it to be on the sign if it's visible from the street, right? On the
Right,
building?
actually, I believe the sign code says the address needs to be on, I think it's the address number needs to be on the sign,
It does?
just the
Okay.
number.
Okay. Well, in that case, I do have an issue with, on your new drawing, and we can't zoom in, but it's very, very tiny on there compared to what you have now. Right now, it's on the brick part.
We could just.
You could probably just leave what's there.
To the cap on that.
Yeah, right now. Sorry. It's hard to see, but you can
Right now,
see it
it's
down
on the
there.
brick portion.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that lip is big enough if you're keeping that
Correct.
to put the address on.
So you could probably leave the numbers where they are.
We would probably leave the numbers where they're at exactly.
Okay, so I don't know if we need to
You can
make
make that
note
a
of that.
condition of the approval or a clarification.
I mean, we can just clarify that.
Okay.
I think.
Other than that, looks good to me. Any other questions from the group? Oh, and you need to read the conditions.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 6 of them. Number 1, all materials, colors, and finishes, including Sherwin-Williams paint colors, fiber cement, wood textured siding, and metal accent bands, shall be installed as proposed. Any changes to materials, finishes, or color schemes shall require prior review and approval by village staff and/or the Plan Commission as determined by the Director of Community Development. Number 2, the landscaping on site shall be updated in accordance with the landscape plan sheet LS-1 prepared by Countryside Industries, Inc., dated February 28th, 2011. The landscape installation shall be completed concurrently with the exterior facade changes. Number 3, the drive-through ordering speaker volume and direction shall comply with the noise performance standards of section 19.10.080. Number 4, all exterior building mounted light fixtures shall be shielded. A specification sheet for the shielding mechanism shall be submitted for review and approval as part of the building permit application. Number 5, a building permit shall be obtained from the Community Development Department prior to commencement of any exterior work, including installation of new facade material, canopy installation, or electrical work. And number 6, a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs.
Okay, so that would include the address portion.
Yeah,
I don't think it needs to be a condition. But
I mean, I think it's not going to benefit you to have miniature numbers. So I think it's good.
Okay. Any other questions? Then how about a motion?
So moved.
Second. Meyer, Sprague. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, since this is a final vote here at the Plan Commission, you guys can, I have your sign permit applications. Yeah, sorry. And I'll just work with, well, you just need to submit the building permit applications now for the other work. So I'll send you a letter tomorrow. We can talk about
Yeah, I
that.
don't know where we left off. I thought we had, oh, you know what? It was going through the contractor. That's what
Okay,
it was.
so yeah, so now you're free to submit it.
Okay,
Okay, but I'll send you the letter tomorrow.
appreciate it. Thank you all for your
Thank
help.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have a PSU 25-0006. Request to amend ordinance number 4753, which granted special use approval for a recreational and instruction facility for ARC Performance at 650 Wheeling Road. Ms. Nyes.
Okay, so ARC Performance currently has a special use for a recreation and instruction facility, like we've seen many of those. Back when they got it in 2013, it wasn't in the conditions, but the petitioner indicated that they were going to have up to 5 trainers and/or subcontractors within their operations. So those would have been people that just contract through ARC Performance. So now they want to expand it so that other businesses can operate like ARC does under an actual special use. So there's, after working with them, we see there's actually 3 offices that are available. So they'll have their own like suite numbers. There'll be actual offices. And so ARC will take one. He already has someone, ASAP Fitness, that we've already looked through all their business materials, and they meet the requirements of a recreation and instruction facility. So he'll be tacked on to this amended special use. And then a third unknown recreation and instruction operator will also be permitted. So when he finds the third person, we'll make sure they meet the standards. He won't have to come back to amend it again. So this will be an amendment to the existing special use. To then there'll be 3 primary recreation and instruction operators out there. So with the amended special use, this new amended floor plan gets tacked into the new ordinance that when it goes to the village board, this will be the new floor plan that goes with it. So they're proposing some changes to the floor plan, and that's where a couple of the conditions come in.
Go ahead.
And, okay, so we've got 6 conditions here as well. Number 1, a total of 3 recreation and instruction operators shall be permitted to occupy the facility. The third recreation and instruction operator yet to be identified shall occupy office number 3 as shown on the revised floor plan dated July 24th, 2025, with shared use of the common areas. Addressing for all 3 offices shall be assigned by the Village of Wheeling and communicated to the petitioner. Number 3, a building permit from the Community Development Department shall be obtained prior to making any interior changes to the facility as depicted on the revised floor plan dated July 24th, 2025. Number 4, the revised floor plan shall be implemented within 6 months following Village Board approval of the revised special use. Number 5, all recreation and instruction operators shall obtain a business license from the Community Development Department prior to commencing operations at the facility. And number 6, all activities shall be conducted entirely within the building.
On number 2, the addressing part, we're just saying it's probably going to be that address, but.
So it'll be,
Suite
yeah, it has to be
A, B, C.
suited out because once they become actual businesses, it's all for fire and
Okay.
safety. So they just have to be able to know where to go. So then on outside their main entrance, they'll have the suites identified and outside their offices, just so,
Okay.
it's just fire and rescue.
All right,
Hello,
it's all yours.
I'm Neil Tews with ARC Performance at 650 Wheeling Road. And these are the proposals that we kind of came up with throughout the years. We've had a lot of people come in and out, and we realized that there might be an opportunity to keep people at our facility longer if we had that designated space where they can run their own business. It helps with the overhead and also providing a more comprehensive service to the entire facility. So that's what we were thinking.
All right, well, let's see if we have any questions from up here. Let's start at the other end. Commissioner Meyer.
I just wanted to clarify, so your recovery room, I think I saw in your cover memo, you're going to have ice buckets and baths in there? Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
correct? So will multiple people be using that particular area, or is it a single use at a time? Can you describe for me the intended use?
Yeah, the two rooms that you see there, the recovery room and the gender-neutral changing room, it used to be a women's and a men's changing room. So we simply put in a therapy tub where we can fill it up with water and drain it. We have an ice maker in there, and so it's not used for multiple people. It's a single use, whether it's the recovery tub or simply a chair and a bucket of ice.
Okay. And your changing room, what do you do to maintain privacy? Can someone lock that?
There is no lock on there, but we do have signs on the door handles. It's very simple, but it seems
Okay.
to work. Please do not disturb, thank you.
Okay.
And we have a curtain as well. We've never had any troubles. Nobody's ever had any issues. There's also the shower room that has a lock on it.
Okay.
So if anybody feels uncomfortable, they can always go there.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner Carl.
I have nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My only question is, all these separate businesses, will there ever be a time where you're all there at the same time?
Potentially.
And how many people would that involve? Do you have any idea?
Well, currently I've reduced my hours to just evenings, offering one class and/or one training hour. So it's pretty minimized for art performance at this point. ASAP Fitness has more hours, some in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the evening. So he's definitely spread out more. And then that third office, whoever that might be, we don't know at this point. But we've never had an issue where it's been too many people at one time. We say it's full but never crowded.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the capacity of the building.
Right.
And that it's not exceeded, that's all.
Right. When we went through COVID, it was a great opportunity for us to manage how many people came in. We used a tracker and people had to sign up. And we never, whatever number that you guys gave us during COVID, we never came close to that number, so.
Okay. And you don't expect to?
I don't believe so, sir.
Okay, all right, great, thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
All right. Commissioner Heiken.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no questions, thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have any questions either that weren't already answered. Thank you.
Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No questions. Thank you. Thank you.
And I don't have anything in addition either, so, let's see, we've read the conditions already. So then, if there's no other questions, I would entertain a motion.
So
moved.
Second.
Smart
Yeah, Smart and Hyken.
and Hyken.
Gotta get used to where everybody is.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Hyken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll go to the September 15th Village Board meeting, and then we'll get everything squared away.
Sounds good. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is docket PV 25-002, request for a variation to permit an increase in the maximum permitted fence height from 6 feet to 8 feet for a proposed dog exercise and play area for Heartland Animal Shelter. We've got it as 9 Century Drive, but could also end up being 586 Palwaukee, right?
Right, currently addressed as 9 Century.
For the lot that we're talking about. Mr. Secretary.
Heartland Animal Shelter contract purchaser is seeking a variation as required under Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19-07, industrial districts and associated sections to permit an increase in the maximum permitted fence height from 6 feet to 8 feet associated with a proposed outdoor dog exercise and play area to be located on the parcel currently addressed as 9 Century Drive. A zoning variation is intended to be a method of adjustment to equalize regulations where the zoning code has created an unnecessary hardship. A variation is designed to allow affected property owners the same rights and privileges that others enjoy in the same zoning district. In order to be granted a variation, a petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how their individual situation is unique or unusual. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request for variation meets the standards established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nye, anything on this?
I don't want to steal your thunder, so I won't give the whole thing away, but I'll just so the Plan Commission understands, we have a variation for a fence height and then site plan review. So yes, it's currently 2 lots. They're doing a platted consolidation, and so, yeah, currently it has to come through as this 9 Century because that's currently the lot address, and then the actual building with Heartland facility is on 586 Palwaukee. And then after they consolidate it, 9 Century Drive address will go away, and it'll all be 586 Palwaukee. But that only goes to the village board, so you won't see that plat here. And then staff has 1 proposed condition on the variation that we'll vote on first, and that is that overnight outdoor kenneling and/or boarding of animals of any kind within the outdoor area per docket PSP MIN 25-0017 shall be prohibited. And then for the site plan, we had some other conditions. You want me to hold on to those?
Yeah, hold on
Since those
to
are longer? Okay.
Because we do have to separate the two, so.
Yeah, and then everything should be on here. Is there a mouse up there? Or you can just tell me what you want, or I could just scroll through when you talk.
Oh, I can just talk.
And then I'll figure out what goes with it.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a public hearing, so I have to swear you in. Raise your right hand.
Also,
Oh, yeah, anybody that's going to be talking in the presentation part? Hi. So you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
yes.
And then state your names and business addresses for the record.
My name is Jennifer Schluter.
A little closer to the microphone, please.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Schluter. I'm the Executive Director at Heartland Animal Shelter, 586 Palwaukee Drive.
My name is Scott Hargadon. I am with the law firm of Meltzer, Pertil, and Stell at 125 South Wacker Drive in Chicago. I am here on behalf of my client Heartland. I am also the Vice President of the Board of Directors of Heartland.
Very good. All right, so I think Marcy's probably covered most of what we need to know, but go ahead and.
You know, in your materials, which Marcy put together, it talks about what we're asking for, but it doesn't really give any of the background of what we're really trying to accomplish here. As you know, Heartland had a major casualty last year. Took us over 8 months to get reopened. But sometimes out of chaos, some good things come. And we were named as a beneficiary of a will, which gave us a very nice sum of money that the organization then was faced with. The question was, what do we do with? So what we decided was the most important thing for the organization was to approach Waldman Lighting, which owns the lot in question, lot 63, because if we could acquire that lot, it really secures the future of Heartland in Wheeling at this location. Because as a not-for-profit, you know, if you do good work, you attract funding. And if you attract funding, you can increase the scope of your mission and what you do within that mission. And we certainly see that happening already. So we made an offer to Waldman Lighting, which they accepted, and subject to Heartland receiving zoning relief that's appropriate, we will purchase this lot in October of this year. But I just wanted to make sure people understood this wasn't just something to make a dog play lot. It's much more than that. The only comment that I would have on the staff report is that given the fact that we will not be able to acquire the lot until October, but we would still like to be able to get a building permit to put the fencing in this year so we could get some use out of it. The only thing I'm concerned about was that one of the items of the site plan is that you see on the far west side of the lot is that the kennels that would go in there, individual kennels, are going to have a roofing material over the top of the westernmost portion so dogs can be out of the rain, or if it's heavy sun, they can also stay out of the sun. You would think that that would be an easy thing to arrange or to find. It's been problematic for us trying to figure out what the best way to do it. So the only thing that I would ask for is that if we could pull you recommend that we pull a building permit for our fencing, but then we would then come and get staff approval but once we figure out what it is that we want to do for that roof covering for those kennels.
Yeah, we can separate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
Other than that, you know, we can answer questions. I think what you see will be a really great amenity for our shelter. Right now, there's very little outdoor space on our existing shelter. And there's oftentimes a line on weekends for people waiting to be able to get to see dogs because we only have one large room that they can gather and look at them. This is going to be so much better because they'll be able to see dogs run, they'll be able to play with the dogs, they'll be able to see dogs playing with other dogs. And so we feel like just that aspect of it is going to drive more dog adoptions. And, you know, our mission is quite frankly to place and save as many animals as possible.
All right. So, as far as the commission, we do have to vote on these two items separately. But if you want to ask questions about both at the same time, to save time, right ahead. Let's start with Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Great facility. I've been over there since the tragic, casualty that you guys experienced as far as the flooding is concerned. It looks fantastic. And I guess my question is, with this new addition, how does it look with the dogs being out there? Is there a limit of how many dogs can be out there at one particular time? And especially if there are people coming to look to adopt these animals, how does that look?
I'll let Jenny answer that.
Sure. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were able to visit. Normally, we only have about 20 adult dogs on site at a time. We don't actually house that many at once. About 60% of our dog population is in the shelter, and maybe 40% at any given time is in foster. Some foster dogs will visit, but normally maybe 20, 25 at the most are there. So there will be times where we will have them all outside. You'll see there are 10 kennels, so runs that they can be in. And then the large play lot can be divided into two separate areas. We do play groups every day and a very small playroom indoors, so this will allow us to expand that. We have a trainer who figures out their play styles. We'll make sure that we have certain dogs with the right style in one area. So it's probably more scientific than you think, but we'll be able to then have a lot of different options. And our main concern is that we are able to keep the dogs less stressed out, which keeps them mentally healthier and physically healthier so that we can get them adopted sooner, and then help troubleshoot with any adopters who have behavior issues so we can assist them and avoid dogs being returned, for example. And then, of course, as you mentioned, for busy adoption days, if we can have families outside to observe them playing and running and doing agility in different areas, I think it's going to be a much better experience for the dogs and for our visitors and staff and volunteers.
Very good. The other question I have, we live in the greatest city in the world, that of course is Chicago, and so we know what the weather is like. How does that look with the rain or with the heat or during the winter months? How does it look?
Yeah, so that's why the roofing portion is important. There are some kind of sail shades we'll probably put in the play lot as well. And we use something called Larry the Lobster and baby pools as well in the heat. But just like people, certain dogs are fine in cold or heat, some not so much. And so that's something to consider as well. For dogs who don't do well outside in different conditions, we don't take them, or we take them for short times. The other nice thing about this is that right now, because our outdoor free roam area is very limited, mostly exercise happens through dog walkers, some of whom are here in the audience, on a leash in the neighborhood. And so when we have a fenced-in area, especially for new volunteers or for maybe bigger dogs who could pull, this allows them to walk in a fenced-in area, which is safer for everybody.
Excellent. Thank you so much. No other questions.
Thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the presentation and for the answers to the question. My question was actually the same. It was weather related. Can you explain to me a little bit more detail? I understand you want to separate the roofing, the house. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, just so I have a better understanding of that?
Yeah, so what we had in mind is it's a little more expensive but durable, like a metal sheet roofing, and it will cover about half of the kennels. And that way, they can be outside and shielded from rain or sun. Obviously, the dogs are always monitored. No one's going to stay out for any length of time alone. And in really extreme weather, it's not going to happen. And, you know, when it's really hot, we have some outdoor kennels now. A lot of times in the morning, the dogs will go out, walkers will take them. If there aren't enough walkers, they might be in an outdoor run for maybe 10, 15 minutes while their kennel is cleaned, and then they go back inside. And we chart the walks every day. Usually they go on 4 to 5 walks, but if it's too hot or too cold, they're short walks.
Terrific. Thank you very much, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I am going to echo, thank you for all that you do. It's extremely important, and I'm glad that you're going to have the opportunity to expand and save some more pets. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. The main purpose of the kennels outside, is that just so that the dogs can sit outside instead of inside?
Yeah, so there is such a thing as kennel stress, and even though our shelter is quite nice, some people call it the Taj Mahal of shelters, and it's not very crowded compared to where most of the dogs come from, it can still be stressful. It's still not a home. And so for certain dogs, they just love to be outside, and if they can stay outside in a quiet area, it's much better for them. Other dogs haven't had enough socialization, so they can be outside in their own kennel and watch other dogs play. So this just gives us a lot of opportunities to provide specialized care and more options for them, especially in a quieter outdoor area, because there's a lot going on in the shelter. There's Girl Scouts, visitors, medical, cats that not all the dogs want to be around. So this just gives us really the ability to provide much better care for the dogs. And we've been growing every single year. We're always working harder to do more and find homes for more animals. And this is really going to help us do an even better job.
So any dogs that would be outside will have a place to go inside also?
Oh, yes, absolutely. They're not going to spend inordinate amounts of time out there, and they will be supervised, but it's an opportunity for them just to get a change of scenery, you know, a couple times a day, maybe half hour, hour at a time if weather permits.
Okay. And then my only other question is managing the dog waste.
Yes.
Do you have a system for that? Or?
Yes, so we have proposed a couple of bins. We have some now just for our other smaller areas. So we do have checklists. We have morning and evening animal care attendants. It is part of their checklist to empty those receptacles. And of course, all the staff and volunteers are trained to pick up the waste right away. Everyone has their poop pouch with them.
All right, great.
So we don't anticipate any problems.
Thank you very much. That's all I have.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Commissioner Carl.
Thank you, Commissioner. What hours would this outdoor space be utilized?
Good question. So we are open at 7 a.m. every day. The last animal care attendant, depending on what goes on, leaves maybe 8:30. Our volunteer hours are 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. So I don't anticipate any kind of time that we would be outside, for example, in the dark, because there is no lighting. So we would be just doing play groups and walks at our normal times. Usually volunteers wrap it up around 7 p.m.
Okay, and then the other question was just regarding the fence. I think this goes without saying, but the need for it to be an 8-foot fence rather than 6-foot fence is for dogs escaping, I presume?
Yeah, especially huskies.
It was a specific requirement for me because I have coonhounds.
Oh, yes.
And I have a 50-pound coonhound who I saw scale a 6-foot wire fence to get over it. So we want the extra 2 because I don't think we have any dog that could do that.
No, I don't think, but you never know. Yeah, the coonhounds and the huskies especially.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
And Commissioner Meyer.
Thank you, no questions. Just wanted to comment and say, great project. Appreciate what you're doing and, really commendable, wonderful to see your expansion.
Thank you.
All right, so that leaves me at, we covered the kennels. What about turf maintenance? This is strictly the lawn that's there now, right?
Yes, so,
Go ahead.
excuse me. So right now, our neighbors Waldman have been wonderful, and they allow us to walk through the property, obviously on leash. So it's not quite the same, but it's unbelievable how nice the grass has stayed, and they've done a really great job maintaining it. Obviously, there will be more use. I don't anticipate a problem, but we do have it kind of as a wait and see. If we need to address it, we will. But it's quite hardy now.
Well, and I would also mention that, given the number of dogs that we have, not being a huge number, I don't think, that turf out there is very hardy. We've been looking at it for the last few months. And some of it is like some kind of hybrid of grass and weed in there that just is
Sounds
kept
like my lawn.
short. And so, if obviously, we're not going to let it become muddy because that
Right.
it would be a very bad thing for our staff. But the only place where we think it could potentially be an issue is in the ball run enclosed area where dogs might be running around in a little bit more enclosed area. And so we'll just have to watch that, because if then it becomes a problem, then we'll have to address it in some different way.
And I would assume in the kennels too, because they're pacing back and forth.
I don't know, because they're not going to be running and pushing off and
yeah.
going, I think the kennels are going to be okay, actually, but.
Do you have a landscaper for the rest of the property? I mean,
Yes,
so they would be mowing this?
yes.
Okay. All right.
And in fact, the gate in the very front is designed for the landscaper to get equipment in.
Very good. All right. So we just had the one condition on the variation. So let's have a motion on the variation first. So we can vote on that.
So moved.
Second.
Sprague and Meyer. Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Meyer?
Yes?
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Smart?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Carl?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Now we need a motion to close PV 25-002.
So moved.
Second?
Smart, Meyer.
Yep.
Commissioner Smart?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. So to wrap this up, then we have PSP MIN 25-0017, the request for minor site plan and appearance approval for site improvements related to the construction of a dog exercise play area on the vacant parcel immediately south of 586 Palwaukee Drive for Heartland Animal Shelter. I don't think we need any additional, if the petitioner has nothing more to add.
Nothing, thank you.
Any other, we do have conditions on this one, so. Marcy, give us the conditions.
All right.
please.
We got 9 of them. Okay, number 1, approval is contingent upon approval of docket number PV 25-0002, seeking a variation from the village code to allow an increase in the maximum fence height from 6 feet to 8 feet, and docket number PSUB FP 25-0003, seeking a plat of consolidation to consolidate the 2 existing parcels into a single zoning lot. Number 2, the outdoor dog exercise and play area shall be secured to prevent public access when not in use. Number 3, signage shall be installed to clearly indicate that the outdoor dog exercise and play area is for employee use only. Sign content and placement shall be subject to village review at the time of permit submittal. Number 4, the location of the 2 proposed garbage cans shall be clearly identified on the final site plan, and a product specification sheet shall be submitted for village review at the time of building permit submittal. Number 5, the final material selection for the outdoor kennel covering shall be submitted to planning staff for review at the time of building permit submittal. Number 6, The finished solid wire end of the 8-foot tall Omega architectural fence shall be oriented towards the top of the fence during installation to ensure a clean, uniform appearance. Number 7, the petitioner shall apply for and receive all necessary village permits from the Community Development Department prior to construction. Number 8, exterior lighting shall be installed in compliance with village code if the outdoor area is to be used after sundown. Prior to installation, the petitioner shall return to the Plan Commission for review and approval of a proposed lighting plan. Installation of any lighting shall require a building permit from the Community Development Department. And number 9, within 6 months upon receiving written notice by the Community Development Department regarding any substantial failure of the grass surface within the boundaries of the outdoor play area, the petitioner shall restore the grass surface. And I don't think any of those conditions that talk about building permit review have any, there's no problem with submitting a permit for a fence.
Okay, very good. Oh, Marcy, I did think of one thing while you were reading those off.
Sure.
If you don't mind, number 3 is the play areas for employee use only. We would add employee and volunteer
Okay.
use only.
Or Heartland staff?
Well, they're not staff.
They're not, where we
You
would
would-
say Heartland staff and trained volunteers,
Sure.
because that's who walks the dogs and who
Yeah.
exercises.
I don't think we're concerned too much with the exact verbiage.
No, I just put Heartland staff and trained volunteers. Definitely.
Perfect.
You can word it however you'd like.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
Nope.
Nope. All right, motion.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and Heiken. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do, you can actually submit for permits now whenever you want. You still have to get final approval for the fence height, so at your own
And the
risk.
consolidation.
And the consolidation, so it's still, we have to wait till those final approvals go before we can hand you a permit, but we can still start the permitting processes. And then you'll go to the village board, the next meeting is September 15th.
Right. I think what's going to happen is we will acquire the property first and then make sure we do that first before we start filing.
Oh, yeah,
Small detail.
small detail, yeah. Or you can have them sign off on the application.
Right. But anyway,
I'm sorry, you did have a
no.
couple people sign up to speak. I believe they're your dog walkers. If you'd still like to. All right.
And we really appreciate the kind words.
And your,
Good luck.
your
Thank you
guests
so
are
much.
going to love this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm just a receptionist and a cat volunteer, so see how dedicated we are?
The cat person's here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything you do.
Yeah, you
Thank
definitely
you.
don't need to stay for the remainder.
It doesn't get any more exciting than this. Approval of minutes of the regular meeting of July 23rd, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer, Heiken. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Carl,
Abstain.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Other business. Ms. Nyes, what you got?
Just to remind everybody that the next meeting in 2 weeks is going to be a joint meeting with the board, and that's going to be located at the Public Works office off Hintz Road, and it'll be in the lunchroom, and you guys will get another dinner beforehand.
Don't get used to this.
I don't remember what it's going to, oh,
Tacos.
tacos?
I think so.
I think so. So that, and then after that, we'll be back here September 10th. I know we have at least 4 public hearings. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming down the line. But I don't have anything more exciting to tell you.
Okay. Other business, Commissioner Riles, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Down there, Commissioner Smart,
Nope, nothing, thank you.
Mr. Hyken?
Nope, nothing.
Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, nothing from me.
Wow, you usually have something.
I don't.
Commissioner Carl, again, welcome aboard.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have nothing further.
And Commissioner Meyer.
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, then we know what's next, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All, you got it?
Meyer and Smart.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're done.